Alright, good. Sorry, I don't know what happened. These aren't my headphones, so. Okay. I should sound a lot better though, but you might hear some background noise because I have the reverse problem with these headphones that it picks up everything, and my headset picks up nothing. So, kind of in the eternal hell when it comes to headsets. But yeah, this like picks up like my computer and it picks up my mouse. Anyway, I talked to both these players beforehand. Got some interesting juice. Um, OneAntic didn't tell me what he was going to ban, but I was pretty sure he was going to ban Hatsumi. Got a Hatsumi ban out from one of these two. From ArYahn bans Hatsumi, OneAntic bans Himika. I feel like this was pretty standard. This is what I expected. These are the deck lists that we have running.
Alright. What's OneAntic running? A pair, Industria, Shadow Cloning. So what's the Industria target here? Would it be Steel Strings or Caltrops?
Has to be Steel Strings, right?
Probably Steel Strings.
Don't tell me
And
he's going OTK.
here...
Oh my god, he's going OTK again.
Oh hey, that Tobikage is interesting though.
Non-throughout current play.
You
Oh.
could play Gravity Well or Recoil on Reaction to perhaps dodge things.
Hmm. Hello?
Alright, now let's fix
Alright.
that camera by zooming in a bit. A bit more, like cut out tarot cards, we don't need them.
You've got over this. This doesn't work the way you think it does. If you cut out the tarot cards, then it looks like this. You have to zoom out like
zoom out a tiny bit, press down once. There we go, that works.
Alright. So anyway, some early game stuff. I'm not seeing anything super special here. I don't know. I'm not actually a huge fan of ArYahn going for the OTK in this matchup. Like, I don't feel like he has to. Yeah, it feels like he's like, it's not OTK, but it's like, okay, it's like burning all your resources to do one big attack that he's hoping will be enough of a lead to win. Well, it's not exactly OTK, but it's like the idea of it. And I just don't necessarily think he has to do it.
Looks like a tempo.
Uh,
Okay. It doesn't look like he's forced to OTK. You could just throw out a few 5-3 attacks and that's good enough.
yeah.
That is one interesting module play though.
I mean, is there a reason not to play module, I guess?
Alright. There's the Industria on nothing. Because that is a May Seal.
So let's quickly talk about game plans, I guess. It's very obvious the way that ArYahn built his deck. He wants to close the gap rather quickly. OneAntic doesn't really have a lot of tools either. It's actually something worth mentioning. What do you think about the A3 coming out from OneAntic over the course of these last few turns? I feel like he should have been like the one just like hard focusing and forcing ArYahn to approach. I'm not sure how I feel about him approaching in this matchup. I don't think he has to, no. Yeah.
No comments on that.
No comment. Like I feel like he could have just like focused a little bit more, but I don't know. So now ArYahn's gonna try to spend as much time here to close the gap as quickly as possible. I think he needs still more flair for his.
Can we check his specials again? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, normally you can expect to get around 10 flare in a single match.
Oh, whoops. Oops, my bad. I thought he was running the one that closes the gap by 3. That's my mistake. I thought he was running that, but no, he's not going for the
So
true OTK here.
let's see, how many times does he need to focus in order to get his specials off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He needs to focus around, like, say, 3 more times in order to get all his specials off.
So wait, what did he use the induce? What did this do?
Induce was to... I have no idea what he did.
It's distance to aura, it has to be, right? We're at R4 now. I don't think
Oh,
this was ripped
maybe.
at R4. Yeah. So he advances. Yeah, ArYahn's just going to close the gap. So what do you think the solution here is to this centrifugal swing that's going to be coming out, I think, shortly? Unless he
And
discarded it.
that's really basic, just spend all your hand cards to recover to 5 aura and just wait for the swing.
So in this
So
particular...
this is Oboro. Can we check if ArYahn is bringing Induce?
Oh, if ArYahn brought induce.
Bottom player.
Oh, duh. Yep, he did.
Let's see, yes, he is bringing Induce. That means that the centrifugal swing is unblockable if you set it up correctly.
See what he has left. See what he discarded. Yep, he still does have it in his deck. So it's very possible that he could just do it this turn. Or next turn, I mean. So I'm not sure what discussion is being had right now. I think OneAntic at the start of his turn phase, which he hasn't taken. I'm not really sure what there's a dispute about. Seems to be an issue with cards being
Probably
used.
deciding for a reshuffle or not.
Ooh, interesting. Why do you think he's looking for a reshuffle here?
Maybe
Oh? Wait,
you want to get the...
Oh, he's taking this
Oh,
to
he's
life.
taking that in line.
That makes more sense, right? Because then you can play around the swing a little better.
Yeah,
What's that?
alright.
Shadow Clone?
Shadow cloning and Acceler.
I don't know these cards. Oh, it's two throughout and OneAntic's deck
Do
kind of... Oh,
you
no, wait, that's
remember
the
what
ultra.
he discarded?
I don't know. Discarded
Can
Nimble.
directly predict his cards. Good.
Versus, I mean, people do it to me in my matches.
Nice.
And I don't care. I don't
Alright.
mind. Um,
So he has both Caltrops and Steel Strings up.
hmm. So yeah, he's just gonna try to armor up here to get out of the centrifugal swing where it looks like it will work. I don't believe that he has a way to poke an aura before he comes in with the swing. What does shadow cloning do?
Shadow cloning?
Yeah.
It allows you to play a card from your discard twice. So it's just like you can play Caltrops twice, and it's basically a swing rush at range 2
Hmm.
with no reactions attached. Okay, he plays Nipple Walk twice. This allows him to back up twice and hit him with the Steel Strings. This way it's a bit hard for ArYahn to get off the centrifugal swing.
Wait, so... I'm a little confused.
Alright, let's go through this step by step.
Alright.
He plays Shadow Cloning,
Yes.
and he reveals a Nimble Walk from his
Yes.
discard. He plays the Nimble Walk, which allows him to move from shadow to distance. And the second effect allows him to play another trap. This time it's Steel Strings.
Okay.
Right?
I
The
got it.
Steel Strings hits, and then he plays Nimble Walk again from Shadow Cloning second effect. So he retreats again. And he gets 3 extra actions from Module, which allows him to take 3 actions.
I got it now. I forgot that Ninpo Walk allows you to play something else from your discard pile. That's what confused me. I
Although
did.
it looks like he only took 1. basic action off of my stool.
But can you unplug your mic and plug it back in? It's having some issues. Ouch, my ears. Save me, Manuelo. Alright, thank you. There we are, initial distance. Decrease the self-mastery time by 1. Let's see. So again, he's just going to have to decrease the distance as much. So I still think he's going to be looking for an approach here, right? Yeah. Oh, holds on to 2 cards during reshuffle. I'm a little interested in him not spending one of those. Um, Looks like OneAntic's going to reshuffle here. Let's see what he opts to play. I'm assuming it's just going to be a steel strings. So what was the point of the Industria there? Um, so point of the Industria. So he didn't use its effect. But oh, he got to shuffle into duplicate gear though. So okay, so it sets up the effect better. But he's looking to do steel strings when he gets the chance. Steel strings is actually in his discard pile first now, which is pretty decent. So I think we have an upcoming Industria, and the steel strings is going to shuffle. Put it there, which I think is going to be pretty good here. ArYahn still has the same game plan of closing the gap as soon as he can, and OneAntic is kind of just playing keep away for as long as he can, so he can get his Industria, get a bunch of steel strings going, and be able to have a bunch of 2/2s in his deck. Although he is
Oh,
not
there's
not.
Purple's voice.
Oh, what do you mean? Wait, what do you? I've been talking the whole time. What do you mean? Did I cut out? What? Or is that
Yep,
you? Are you sure that wasn't you?
no clue.
Oh, well, anyway. Um, so where did so for this thing? Wait, I'm a little confused. So he gets a bunch of steel strings, and what's the plan? He's not running the one that allows you to spam a bunch of traps. So what is the advantage of having a bunch of 2/2s in your deck? Is that just like makes your
He
deck?
is running the one that allows you to spam a lot of traps. Oh,
Oh, sorry. I
yeah.
thought that was a normal card. Is that a special card? Uh,
Yes, there is a flare cost in the top right corner.
I see.
Therefore, it is a special card.
Alright, so that's the game plan. So this is actually sort of interesting.
Why did OneAntic walk forward?
Did OneAntic walk forward? It's ArYahn's turn. Uh,
Guess not. Alright, ArYahn, I expect him to just set up for a centrifugal swing next turn.
yeah.
So probably like step forward a few times to range 3 or 2. Now this is slightly difficult because OneAntic could have discarded a Caltrops here. This means if ArYahn steps to range 2, he could eat a Caltrops that would then discard the centrifugal swing from his hand.
What do you think about ArYahn reshuffling with 2 cards in his hand? Do you think that was a conscious choice? Or do you think that it's just a mistake? Or,
Let's pretend that's a conscious choice.
alright. Because he opted to keep Sound the Bell and Centrifugal Swing, which seems odd. I think I would have shuffled probably Sound the Bell. I mean, he had an opportunity to either focus or get aura. Induce being used again.
Could just wait, that means you can't do the hammer induce combo.
Nope, he's
It looks
discarding the hammer.
like he's just passing on the hammer induce combo. Alright, he's just passing on the hammer induce combo.
Because it looks like, I don't know, it seems like ArYahn's trying to match OneAntic's in slow style. It seems like he's playing rather conservative. by stacking up a bunch of flare and trying to gain an advantage that way. But I don't think it's going to pan out for him super well in the long run. Expecting to see the Industria come out at some point to tack on the steel strings. It needs to happen eventually. I guess sooner better than later. Before he reshuffles, I guess would be ideal. I guess there's no like this need for him to do it now.
You know what's the one card in his discard?
Yeah, steel strings.
Oh wait, that's in his discard right now?
OneAntic, yes. Or are you talking about ArYahn?
He can't Industria it.
What? Really?
Right. Industria is hand or plate pile only.
Okay. Well, in this case, it doesn't matter though, because he's still not going to be activating Uro Uro anytime soon. So it's not a super big deal for him to get the steel strings on this round. Um, how many duplicates are there? Three?
3 total,
Yeah.
1 into deck currently.
Yes. Okay. So what is other?
Give back some
Kumasuke.
points.
It's really interesting. I'm a little confused about the Kumasuke.
I mean, since you can realistically control the distance, because if your opponent's Hagane is gonna back up twice to centrifugal swing, then you just stand at range 2 and then they're going to end their turn at range 4.
Hmm. I guess it's something to think about. I think ArYahn was probably going to play around it regardless, though, right? I feel like he
Yeah.
kind of has to. And at the points that he wouldn't be playing around it are the points where he just wouldn't have the flare. And at that point, I mean, I feel like he just goes into full defense mode when the Uro Uro comes out anyway. So, or at least as much defensive as he can. But I feel like it's still, I think ArYahn's a little bit behind in the match. But it looks like he does have an opportunity for a centrifugal swing. But it's
Alright, do we know if centrifugal swing discards cards or puts it in the plate pile?
oh, he doesn't actually. He doesn't have centrifugal swing. I think he
Gonna
discarded it.
check on that. Let's see,
Discard.
discard both players' hands. Oh, that also feeds into the bear. If you centrifugal swing OneAntic's hand away, then that's 2 more 2/2 attacks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the bear is a good counter against Hagane.
All right. Yeah. Fair enough. It just seems like an alternate win condition, which I guess isn't bad for sure. Yeah, it could definitely be pretty decent. I don't know. What is ArYahn supposed to do at this point? I mean, I feel like he's just trying to flare stack, and he's trying to keep honest on the flare stacking as well as the making sure the armor gains are right. But he just like he kind of has these awkward turns where he can't really do anything per se, and it makes it
Well,
very odd.
ArYahn threw away his centrifugal swing last turn, so
Yes.
for this entire deck cycle, ArYahn can't really do anything now.
Mm. Play scattered to the wind.
That's just a single 1/1 attack. Oh, 1 dash attack.
Yeah, he doesn't get the extra value out of it either.
That's also not how enhancements work. You need to pay from aura for that. Might want to
Wait,
talk
what's
to
going
me
on?
in chat if they don't fix it.
What's the problem here? I didn't see it.
Oh, you have to pay from aura first before doing the initialize effect on the enhancement.
I don't know.
Basically, cost first, then effect.
I totally caught that. That's all me.
OneAntic do here?
It doesn't need to do anything anymore.
He still doesn't have anything from Industrial Sealed here, so his Dupligear is a dead card.
Well, I mean, as long as he gets it next cycle, right, he's just fine.
But
Because he gets...
you said his Steel Strings is in his discard pile.
Yeah, so I said next cycle, right? Because this cycle doesn't really matter anyway. Because he's not going to have Uro up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The Steel Strings is already in his discard pile, so he'll get the trigger on the reshuffle. So,
True.
I mean, it's not great. It's just it's not horrible. It's like Induce always blows my mind. How does this card work?
It's like really bad value-wise, but it's very flexible.
So it distance. So it ain't no. So it makes the distance shorter, but your opponent's gains more. Or makes your opponent's
You
aura
can
smaller, but it makes it to the flare. Okay.
either use it as a reaction to dodge, or as a basically one dash attack
Hmm.
to force your opponent to take 1/2 aura. Oh, are you trying to say something again?
Hello?
Oh, your mic's back on.
Oh, I wasn't talking. What? I mean, I was just thinking. I don't know. This just feels really bad. I mean, for ArYahn, I mean, he hasn't done anything, and it feels like his deck is the more aggressively driven one. Yeah, he has a one life advantage, but I mean, I don't really think that's what he's looking for. I mean, he really just has to catch OneAntic off guard with the overwhelm and
This looks like both players kind of fumbled on their game plan because we are what, like 8 turns in, and everyone still only took reshuffle damage so far.
yeah, I think it's just a little bit of over conservativeness. I mean, it could just be from nerves, could be from because I was talking to both of these players beforehand, and got the interviews, and basically there was a lot of talk about how they've played against each other a lot when they were playing their pairs, and each of the matches were pretty 50-50. Um, so these players are agreed that they're relatively close in skill. Um, but yeah, definitely maybe some nerves coming out because I mean ArYahn almost never plays this sort of set that we've seen. ArYahn usually just goes for the cheeser, run in really quickly using the one that moves 3 from shadow to like flare or something. No, from distance to flare or something. And then goes for like the giant hammer, but it seems without that card, he just doesn't really seems to be a little bit lost on executing his game plan because he just doesn't really. He just has like a lot of awkward turns. Um, but what would you say about OneAntic? I'm not really sure. I'm not, as I said, I can't play Karoo for shit. So what do you think his overall like mistakes have been here? You think he should be
So
applying more
far,
pressure?
I mean, so far Kuru has done absolutely nothing in this game yet, so probably wait a few turns to see if OneAntic gets any damage done.
Yeah, I mean, but like if both players do nothing right, it just favors OneAntic, I'd assume,
Eh,
which is pretty much what's been happening.
possibly. Yeah, probably.
So I mean, OneAntic's probably more than willing to handshake this, but also like one mistake though against Hagane, you can just like lose a bunch of life. So could really go either way.
Did ArYahn reshuffle?
Reshuffle first. Right? No, he did not.
Actually, you play the card first, then
Oh,
you take the reshuffle damage.
okay. Oh, does that matter? Um, and then,
That barely matters, but
because
sometimes
most people see it as a cost. I've heard players just pay the life first to just to remember to take the life and use it as a cost. Gets out the
true.
decides to knock out the shadow cloning, which probably is correct. You don't really care too much about
That's
the
the
induce.
scariest card by far. And now you know that OneAntic is holding on to an induced reaction.
Yeah,
Oh, did ArYahn remember to pay the 1 life?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Alright.
I'll double check though.
And is that a scatter to the winds in his hand or a centrifugal swing?
That's a centrifugal swing, but I'll highlight it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can centrifugal swing this turn?
Yeah. Yeah. See if he opts for it. No reason not to, so. So would we assume this is a bit of a mistake coming out here from OneAntic? Is there anything he can do about this in his
How
discard?
many cards are in OneAntic's
I
discard? 4?
Four, yeah. I don't want to look through it because that's being a little sus. Because then it's hinting of the fact that he actually has a response. So I really don't want
Right.
to do that. But
Let's see. So, first of all, ArYahn still has Gravity Well Up, which means if he wants to centrifugal swing, he's probably going to end up at range 4 because he doesn't have the retreat from the mystery zone.
well, does it matter? What is there any particular card that if OneAntic responds with the thing to the centrifugal swing that would matter?
Because if you centrifugal swing range 4, then you're gonna eat a bear from OneAntic and
Oh,
you're
I
gonna
see.
die.
Oh, please, no.
Because centrifugal swing ends your turn, so you can't move after
No,
it.
I can't watch this. No, this isn't gonna happen, is it?
There we go. He plays around the bear.
Alright,
Nice.
good, good, good.
Throwing. Clap.
I would throw this game stupidly hard.
But wait, OneAntic could just
Oh, this is awkward.
induce as a reaction to walk back into bear range.
Oh, disaster. Oh my gosh, do you know? Please. Oh my gosh, yeah, the induce. Wait, this isn't. He didn't give it no reactions?
Nope,
What?
he gave it a +0,
Why? Why not give it
+1.
no reactions? He played around the bear, then just didn't play around the bear. I don't get it. Why would he just not use the reactions? He knew he had the induce in hand. Why not just do no reactions if you're gonna play around bear?
Also, ArYahn is bringing the, to call it Tobikage reaction, but his discard pile is empty, so
Yeah,
there's
but
nothing OneAntic needs to worry about.
I don't understand what just happened. He played around Tobikage, and then for his second part of his turn, chose not to play around Tobikage. I don't understand.
ArYahn is just dead.
But why? Why is he dead, man?
He's taking 5/2 attacks.
Yeah, what? This is so. Oh my gosh, dude. But why? I don't
This is
understand. Does he have anything? He doesn't have anything, does he?
Nope, no reactions that work.
I mean, he does have Tobikage. Does that help him?
His
Oh wait, did
discard
I?
pile's empty, so nothing
Uh,
works.
oh yeah. I meant Kumasuke, by the way. Correction on my commentary. I said Tobikage when I meant Kumasuke earlier. Well, this is just game, right? All right. Yeah, I need to get out of here for a couple reasons. But let's say 2, 4, 6. I mean, it is. This is over, right? Tobikage. It's how many? 4 2 2s. That's 8. He has nothing in his hand. Nothing for specials. Yep, this was a very amazing, very interesting match from both players. Yeah, and OneAntic takes it versus ArYahn. Get me out of here.